I got an iPhone. I got an iPhone. I got an iPhone 5S today. Hey, hey. I got an iPhone. I got an iPhone 5S. Yay, yay. Okay, let's get started. I got the 32 gigabyte iPhone 5S, and I am totally impatient. I've been waiting a couple of years for a decent one. I skipped the 5 and I went from 4S to the 5S. So, got it from Best Buy. They only had 2 of these available, and they did not, I repeat, they did not have any gold, which really sucked in my opinion. And it was only like 3 hours away that they had 2, so they only had 2 of these available. And I think this is part of Apple doing, which they suck for that. So if you're like me and you wanted the gold, I'm right there with you. So here we go, let's begin. Okay, we got a protective film. We're gonna pull this out. So here's the iPhone. And what I did was I traded my 4S in, and it basically paid for this. They gave me like $215 or $220 something, and then I had some reward certificates, so didn't have to really pay nothing for it. And here's the lightning cord. Okay, power adapter, as usual, and the headphones. They look a little different actually. Yeah, the headphones look actually different than the regular ones. So that's what's in the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the film. Okay, and it's a film on the back too, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Voila. I've been waiting for you guys before I could do that, even though I cheated on some other stuff. So here we go. When I had it, the Safari symbol was right down here too. I didn't like that. I always like my contacts, having my contacts down here, and I couldn't find the contacts. But once you scroll over and you go to extras, there's the contacts. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it. It's still the same way, just hold down for a few seconds, then they start wiggling and you can move them. So I'm gonna go ahead and go here. And I had the iOS 7 installed on my old iPhone 4S, and I must admit it looks better on the 5S, because if you went into the phone, for instance, if you went into the phone settings or keypad, this was really bright on the 4S. Even if you adjusted the brightness, it was really bright, and it was hard to look at. Here it's like a really mild white, and so it's not that hard to look at. So they need to work on the color scheme or something. And you know, I don't like this whole white background anyway. They need to change that, in my opinion, to where you can change the different color. If you want it darker or whatever, you can always invert the colors, but who wants to do that? So that's how it looks. And another thing what I like about the new iOS 7 is, if you're making a phone call and you're calling, you're talking to someone, before you couldn't go to favorites, or you couldn't go to like recent calls. Now while you're in a call, you can actually go to recent calls. That I mean, is a really big thing for me, because I used to have recent calls. If somebody said, well, what time did I call, I couldn't go in there and figure that out, or I couldn't go in there and look up numbers. I had to go through contacts, and sometimes if they wasn't a saved contact of mine, if they weren't a saved contact, then I couldn't do it. So, but anyway, let's continue with the review. And so that's how you get your contact button back. So in the settings, which I moved over, you got all your normal settings. Ain't nothing much changed there. I got my hotspot and things of that nature. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to, let's hear the new ringtone. Okay, that's the new default ringtone. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go into general. and we can go to Siri, and you could change the way Siri is now. So we could make Siri a male, and we could make the language. So let's make English Australia. And so now when we access Siri, what time is it?
It's 11:27 a.m.
That still sounds like a male, don't it? A female, I mean. I'm sorry, what time is it?
It's okay, really.
I guess. Alright, so let's change that to United Kingdom. Let's see what we get. How old are you, Siri?
I am not allowed to answer that question.
Good Lord. Get a life. Okay, so now let's continue on into the settings. So we're gonna go ahead and settings. And we're gonna back out. And one thing that I was really into was the passcode fingerprint. So from my understanding, you could only use this passcode fingerprint for when you're trying to buy something from iTunes store. So that's how you get to it. Settings, general, passcode, fingerprint. Turn on passcode. I've already programmed my fingerprint in there. There's my passcode. So in fingerprints, it shows you your available options and to buy stuff from iPhone App Store. So then I have to put my iTunes password in there so I could get stuff from the Apple iTunes store. So that is that. And I don't know what this is. Extra data. Okay. And of course, I never liked the text size, so you can adjust the text size in here by hitting text size. And you see where I got mine adjusted. Just slide it, make it a little bigger. And let's see here. It's just telling me how much I'm using. As you can see, it is a 32 gigs, but I only have 26. I got a few things on here. And let's see what else can we show you. Let's back out. Do not disturb, all that stuff we already know. Privacy, I hate Facebook. Let's see here. I do like this compass. So I'll show you that. You just click on the compass and look at that. That's pretty neat. I like that. Probably come in handy in a pinch. But let's move on. And this is something cool that I like. Let's look at the picture. Stay focused on the picture here, like the clouds and stuff. And if you move, the icons move, the picture don't move. It's pretty cool. Not hard to see. Got a little reflection here. It's probably hard to tell, but yeah, the icons actually move forward, up, and down. So the picture kind of stays in the same place. Alright, so let's look at the messages. And this is how it looks. I haven't even backed this phone up yet or to my old contacts, so that's one reason why it looks like that. Let's look at the maps. Here's the maps. Hopefully this is a lot better. Okay. So directions here. Let's just click a lot of stuff. Let's go 3D. Even brought up my local news. Nice. So that's Google Maps, and you got all your basics. But if you go into the App Store, you can actually had to download the YouTube app, obviously. And if you go into the App Store, you can actually get, let's see here, if I can get out of here. Let's go into the App Store again. Let's just search for something, then get out. So there is actually a thing for iMovie, iPhoto, which is really cool, and you could download all that for free, obviously, and I'm going to actually utilize that. So one of the bigger things that we need to pay attention to, or that used to be a huge thing before, I have AT&T, and then I didn't have, if you notice up here, it just said 4G before with the old 4S. Now it says LTE. And usually I get somewhere around 3 to 4 megs with about a 2 or 3 meg upload. So that's usually what I get. So I'm going to run a speed test and see what I get now. See if this LTE makes a difference over the 4G, which is supposed to. So this AT&T. We're outside in a car. Okay, so we're about almost 2 to 3 megs faster on the internet. This upload is absolutely insane. I was not getting nowhere near that. I mean, maybe 2 megs or something like that. And there are my finished results. That is out freaking standing. Really is, in my opinion. So the LTE makes a huge difference there. So the home button, it feels different, probably because it has the fingerprint reader in there. But it's almost feel somewhat like glass, but softer, a little softer. It doesn't feel like your old home button, but it's not that bad. What else? So from there, we got the FaceTime button, which is pretty cool. Voice memos, that's really nice. You can always utilize that. And here's the new Safari. So let's open up Craigslist, and let's open up something else. And let's open up that. Let's browse this internet speed. Okay, and this is how you view it now. You can view your tabs like this here, and it'll show all your open windows. So I'm done here. I'm gonna go back, and you got the quick. And so what I do like about this, let's say if I wanted to go somewhere and I wanted to print something, before you had to install something and yada yada yada. Now if you got a printer connected, all you do is sit right here, and then you go, and you don't have to hold the copy. If you want, you could just copy it right there. You can add it to your home screen very easy. With the old one, it wasn't that easy. And then you just simply hit print, and it will detect the printer that's obviously compatible, and you could print. And you could choose how many copies. If you don't have your printer installed, you select printer. It'll automatically start searching, and then you being able to print once you get it all hooked up. So that's the new Safari. It's not bad, you know. You got more of a view here, obviously, but it's not bad in my opinion. The iTunes store. It's taking forever to load. So it's all the same features. Here's the camera. And here's your iTunes store. Nothing much there. So let's go ahead and look at the camera. This is what everybody's going to be on. Here's your camera. See that? So let's say if I wanted to take a picture of this box. So that is pretty clear. You may not can see it here, but I can see it there. It is very clear. So I'm gonna hit done. And what I do like about this is, look at this, you just slide right over the video. Just slide right over the photo or video. You could do slow motion mode for video. Square. This is the old way of taking pictures. You could do panoramic, obviously. So what I liked about the photo, you could choose the scale, grayscale. You could choose what color texture you have in your picture, that is. So here are all the ones. So let's say I wanted to have this blue. Now when I take the picture, it'll be like that. Then I could change things, make it black and white. That comes in handy because that comes in real handy. It does. And it's supposed to have image stabilization, and it's supposed to also have image stabilization and a nice new bright camera. So I'm gonna record a video real quick, and I'm gonna jump it on purpose, and we're gonna see. So here's the new iPhone. Yeah. So I'm going crazy. So we're gonna stop it. Let's go and play it. Let's see how jumpy it is. Feel like I'm watching Blair Witch Project. Okay, so it wasn't blurry. I give it that. It's not blurry. It's not blurring out or anything like that. But so it's not too bad. It could be a bit better, but not too bad. So here's the bottom. We got the lightning connector, and look at this. Yeah. Nope. Your iPhone earplug plugs in at the bottom. Here's your mic and your speaker and your lightning connector. So, and also in the photos, what you can do also is, let's get done with this. They did have the square graph. It's like a grid line. I don't know why it's not coming up now. You have a grid line for you to take the picture. You have that option. So let's play some music. Let's see if I got something on here. Nope. So I'm not gonna be playing any music, but to hear the speakers a lot better. Not a huge improvement, but it's better. And obviously you got your videos, your alarm, and I think that really about covers it. I don't want to hold up too much more of you guys' time, but I think that covers it. So this is the new iPhone 5S 32GB, and this is the gray. They did not have the gold, and I would recommend you guys to trade in your old one, and so you won't have to pay for nothing like I did. If you got some rewards on points or something like that, I always recommend going through Best Buy or somewhere of that nature, because it's a lot less of a hassle than going through the phone stores themselves. And maybe if I get the gold one, I got a 14-day exchange policy, so maybe I get the gold one. I'll do a review on that one, which is all it's going to be is the color. And what else? Look how that screen marked up so bad already. Oh, look at that. So we're in, and that would be all my advice right now. Would be to trade in your old one, get some money for it to put down on this one, so you're not paying much of the money, and don't buy T-Mobile. They suck. The way they use their plans, and it's a ripoff. So don't buy T-Mobile. But that's about it. This is Robert, YouTube user, big on you. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, please post. I myself or someone else on the board will be more than happy to help you out. A lot of helpful people on here, and please do hit like or subscribe. It do help out tremendously. Thanks for watching.